Welcome back to Terraria, Colbaria. And I've done a bit of work since last time, and so I guess let's kind of quickly go through. I've been expanding my farm of plants up to the top up there. I'm trying to get a little bit more water leaf growing in. And also downstairs, I'll go ahead and show off really quickly. Started making an underground jungle biome. And so, just a small one, just starting to get things in. Eventually we'll need that for hard mode. I went down and got some lava buckets, a couple other miscellaneous things, but I don't think there's anything too interesting. Since last time, let's go ahead and get the imp out to help us. But for today, I think we're going to head over to the jungle and start trying to gather some things we want in the jungle. And I noticed the previous episode, I hadn't tried really hard in terms of the editing, and it's just kind of turned out that most of the previous episodes were right in the kind of like 20 to 25 minute range, which is good. That's kind of what I was aiming for. The previous episode ended up being a whole lot shorter. It ended up only being about 15 minutes. But in case it's not clear, I'm going for a rather highly edited style on this particular Terraria game playthrough. Simply because I've already got 66 episodes of very kind of long playstyle Terraria on the channel from 1.2 already. And so I figure you don't need to see me fight every monster, and you don't need to see me, you know, go down and harvest every ore. And so I'm trying to condense this down to the more interesting bits to make for, I don't know, just kind of a faster playthrough. And I'm concerned a little bit just to make sure that I end up finishing Colbaria before the 1.3 update comes out, which will probably be coming, I'm guessing, mid-April. It's hard to tell. I'm sure it's hard to tell for the developers as well, to estimate when things will finally be done, because things are done when they're done, right? But in any case, sometimes there'll be shorter episodes, but most of the time I'm going to be aiming for somewhere in the neighborhood of 20 minutes. And I see a little grasshopper over here, who I believe can become fishing bait. I've done a number of fishing quests since the last time off camera as well, and fishing quests are not typically all that interesting to watch, and so I've also been... There's the meteorite that we've hired. We've managed to get... Oh! A blood moon is rising? Darn it. Alright, that means I have to go on a detour. While I'm over here, I'm going to go to the Crimson and see if I can find any more deathweed on the surface, and then I'm going to go harvest my deathweed because I hardly have any deathweed growing, and I'm really trying to get those farms going. So let me go take a moment to do that, and we'll come back to our jungle plans in a moment. Here's some deathweed. Woohoo! Finally some more deathweed seeds. Warding Shackle. Hey, that's nice. That's another reason that I was hanging out during the Blood Moon, is to fight zombies, hoping to get lucky drops like that. And that is very nice. That is a little 5 defense accessory, which I think I will equip instead of the Hasty Shackle. Where'd it go? Warding Shackle. Kazam! Now I'm up to 29 defense. Terrific. And we're back. After a quick digression to take care of a blood moon and then do another fishing quest, I am back to the jungle. This time trying to find a good entrance into the underground jungle in order to do some exploring underground. I don't remember if I said it already. The main things I would like to find are the Anklet of the Wind. Does this go underground anywhere? Doesn't look like it. The Anklet of the Wind and some more light crystals. I think those are the best things that I could do in order to advance. The Anklet of the Wind will help me get some better boots. And yeah, light crystals will just kind of help me survive everywhere. And I think, yeah, there's some kind of pit down here that I've never gone down that probably leads down into the underground jungle. And so let's do it. The underground jungle, I think, will be one of the first areas that will kind of challenge me, potentially. Just because of the fact that the various bees and hornets do a fair amount of damage. That's a sky blue flower. That's something I don't have yet. They do a fair amount of damage, and they can also... Some things poison you, and some things give you the bleeding debuff, both of which kind of severely do damage over time. And so they can really get you into trouble if you're not paying attention to your life. Yeah, a little bit of stuff there that might be useful. But the fact that I have the Obsidian Horseshoe means I don't have to worry about fall damage, which is really nice because there's a lot of kind of all of a sudden big open spaces in the jungle that you might not expect that have kind of sheer drops. There's an extra pair of Hermes boots, which I don't mind having. Thank you very much. Oh, and apparently I've just run out of torches, torches, torches. Brian's got a whole lot of torches. Hooray! But I think we have to be in the underground layer before we start running into the hornets, and apparently we just got there, because there's the hornets. And the other things I have going for me are I've got the fiery greatsword, as well as the imp staff with this imp, who does summon damage, as my little minion, running around here, shooting at everything that shoots back at me. Jungle Rose. And so the fiery greatsword is good because it helps light things up even before I place torches. And the imp is going to help keep me alive when I have a bunch of guys attacking me. And so... Oh! Ancient Cobalt Helmet. Wow. 5 defense. Shadow Helmet has 6 defense, though. Okay. So... And that's part of a magic set, it looks like. Okay, so maybe I won't necessarily use that. Oh, there is something else that I want from the jungle. I see it over here. Jungle Spores and Vines, because I would really like to get the Ivy Whip. I forgot about that. I would like to upgrade the grappling hook. And for that, I believe I need 15 spores and 3 vines, if I'm remembering correctly, which I might not be. So we'll find out over time, I'm sure. But yeah, so far, I seem to be holding up pretty well. And so, oh, hey, there's another beehive in here. Should we fight Queen Bee? I could totally fight Queen Bee at this point, too. That'd be interesting to do on camera. Alright, I got out the piggy bank because it turns out that I had cleverly left some empty buckets in here. And so one of the things that I don't have buckets of yet are buckets of honey. And now I do. So that is happy. And let's see, apparently I have 999 ropes. I'm probably not going to need ropes anymore now that I have the Spectre Boots. And I've got more glow sticks than I know what to do with. Alright, but the rest of my inventory is not so bad. Pick up the piggy bank. Let's break inside this crazy beehive. When you break open hive blocks, it's possible that little bees will come out of them to try to fight you. There's one. Tiny little bee. Oh, he's all over the place. There we go. Killed the bee. Let's light up the inside of the hive. There's plenty of honey in here, which is good because honey gives you a buff where life regeneration is increased, which is very nice. And yes, this is a big enough open space that we could fight Queen Bee, and I believe there's a summoning thing over here. Yep, there we go. Queen Bee is awoken. Alright, let's see. Do I want to buff during this fight? What weapons will I use during this fight? Possibly just the fiery greatsword, actually. Assuming that Queen Bee doesn't go out of range. How much damage can I actually deal with this thing with my imp? Yeah, I think I'll be okay this way. We'll heal if we need to. But if I need to buff, I know I've got some Iron Skin potions and I think some Pad Thai, which, yeah, let's go ahead and buff and heal. Seems like I'm struggling a little bit. Oh, and I should definitely hop in the honey every so often in order to get my extra life regeneration going. Here we go. Now we're dealing some damage. So yeah, when the traveling merchant comes to town every so often, one of the things they sell is Pad Thai, which gives you the well-fed buff, which improves minor improvements to all stats, I believe is the description of the item. And so it is particularly good for boss battles and other things where you'd like to increase your attack and defense and just be in great shape. But Queen Bee seems to be going down. Looks like she's already less than half health. She has 2 kind of phases. One where she kind of hovers around like she was just doing, and the other where she charges you. Let's go ahead and hop in the honey again to get the extra life regen going. But Queen Bee actually has good drops. It's a good boss to fight kind of over and over again if you're trying to make some money, because it seems to me that Queen Bee drops a lot of gold. And possibly also drops some other items that you could sell for a fair amount of money. That I don't remember quite as well. Let's go ahead and hop in the honey once more. Alright, come hover above me so I can finish you off, please. Oh, thank you, Queen Bee. Good job. And I believe Queen Bee will be going down momentarily. I said momentarily. There we go. Bee Pants, Beekeeper. Alright, so let's check out what these particular items are. The Beekeeper is a sword, 23 melee damage. But it does summon killer bees after striking your foe. So that makes it a little bit interesting. Bee wax, some bottled honey. Bee pants are a vanity item. Let's see how they look. We can't really tell how they look because I'm wearing the Spectre boots and they're as an accessory showing up. Alright, but that's cool. And 11 gold. I didn't notice how much gold I started out with, but probably not very much. And so that is fun for Queen Bee. Ooh, it looks like there's some Jungle Temple stuff down here, actually, right down here. I'm gonna go ahead and dig out the top, or come back out of the top. But let's go explore that little Jungle Temple area. Keeping in mind that the last time I saw a little Jungle Temple area, that it kind of totally owned me with the traps. I've got a little bit more defenses now, and I've actually still got some of these buffs going on. You know what? I would like to collect some of these hive blocks, too, because you can use them for summoning Queen Bee again in the future. I'm going to dig some of these up, and then we'll go take a look at the Jungle Temple. Alright, I've gathered up some hive blocks. Now let's go take a look at this crazy Jungle Temple area. And I should really be paying close attention. Yikes, yikes, yikes. To see if I see any traps. I don't see any here. Lizard lamp. Alright, what do we got? Got some more loot that I probably don't really need. More loot. Teleportation potions are pretty cool. And the lizard lamp. We have, is that a piranha statue or a fish statue? Fish statue, which may or may not be a functional statue. I can never remember. And doesn't look like there's any traps that I can see right here. Let's go around the outside. And see, oop, there's another gold chest there. So I definitely want to check that out. And I should kill some of these man-eaters because they drop the vines that I can use for crafting the ivy whip. Just saw a vine pop into my inventory, so that's good. But let's try to, oops, get some torches out, get over to this gold chest. Another band of regeneration. My inventory is getting a little full, so let me get out the piggy bank for inventory management. Okay, the inventory has been managed. I picked up a Danger Sense potion and a Spelunker potion. So I think let's use those things. Spelunker potion will show the location of ores and chests and different things. Danger Sense will show traps and various things like that. So I think the combination of these two will actually be very nice as we continue to explore more of the jungle. And it looks like that jungle area didn't or jungle temple area didn't really expand very far. Aha! Here is a life heart, which the Spelunker potion is helpfully pointing out. Life crystal. Terrific. Go ahead and use that. And yeah, actually I'll bring you guys along for this bit of exploring, because with these potions going, we should be able to, assuming that I can actually get in here, there we go. We should be able to explore the jungle very quickly and find things very quickly, and so I'm going to try to kind of travel as fast as possible and see what all we can find. Especially with the Spelunker potion, because it should be really useful for locating life crystals and chests and all kinds of good things like that. And yeah, the Danger Sense is also going to help me not run into as many... Okay, there's another life heart. Not run into as many spikes. Yikes! Okay, it's hard to see all the piranha underwater, though, until I light things up. Kill all the piranhas. There we go. There are still dangers. Life crystal. Alright, we are up to 280 life. I don't really need amethyst. I'm not sure why I'm mining it up here. But I did. Deal with it. Got more spores, which is great. They're kind of easy to see regardless, because they light up even without a Spelunker potion. And let's see. Let's try going up, since up is kind of open and easy to get to, maybe? Assuming the grappling hook can manage to latch onto something. There we go. And a fiery greatsword is great for chopping down all of these prickly thorns that would otherwise deal me some damage, cause me to be bleeding or poisoned or one of these debuffs. That's another reason I love getting the fiery greatsword before heading into the jungle, is both because it gives off light, but also because it's so large, and so like one swing of it will chop through like a whole set of vines over here, or thorns, or whatever those things are. Alright, I see some spores in here that I'd like to get to. Let's see, we still got 2 minutes of the Spelunker potion going. Oh boy. I can't wait to get the better grappling hook. It's probably my favorite item in the game, the Ivy Whip. Alright, there's the beehive again, so I've kind of circled around. Alright, so let's try going somewhere new. Let's try going further down over here, I think. And the hornets are dropping stingers occasionally, which is great. So I will need lots of those. Let's try going this way. Hello, cave system. Where do you continue? Here we go. Oh yeah, tanking everything. Oh look, it looks like there's another beehive over there. I just barely saw it. We could fight Queen Bee again, actually. I'll wait until the Spelunker Potion runs out. Hey, there we go. There's a gold chest. Yeah. We're getting tons of loot. We'll go ahead and use up the Spelunker Potion. I do see the gold chest that's down there. I'll get it in a moment. I also want to get up to these spores. There we go. Get in my inventory. Thank you, Jungle Spores. Alright, what do we got in here? And another cloud to bottle. Alright, some usual stuff. We did just pass another hive. I'll come back to it after the potions wear off. But for now, here's some more jungle spores. We'll grab them. The witch doctor has arrived. Neat. Oh, and here's another life crystal. 2 more life crystals. Great. Alright. 58 seconds of Spelunker Potion. There's another gold chest. We'll check it out. I think the witch doctor arrives some point. Here's another life crystal. At some point after you have defeated Queen Bee, I think, if I remember correctly. And so that is super cool. We'll have a new NPC when we get back home. And the Danger Sense Potion is actually pointing out there's a dart trap right there, so let's take advantage of that. Let's see if we can find any more life crystals. We're already up to 280 life, and I've got like 3 more in my inventory right now. 17 seconds of Spelunker Potion. Can I get into a new portion of the cave, please? How about up here? There's a wall. How about up here? Here's a little bit more cave to explore. I see a gold chest over in the wall over here. It's directly to the left of me, basically. Let's try to get to that gold chest. And then we'll go back to the other beehive and fight Queen Bee again, because it's so profitable. Romeo, the traveling merchant, has arrived. I don't think I've seen that name, Romeo, before. By default, there's kind of a different set of names for each of the different NPC characters. And so each time you get one of the NPCs, it picks from among the random names for that particular NPC. But I don't know that I've seen Romeo, the traveling merchant, before. I don't know that we'll be getting back there soon enough to go visit Romeo, however. Alright, another gold chest cleared out. Let's go visit the other beehive. Queen Bee has awoken! Let's see. And I probably ought to buff again. Yeah, for safety's sake. Oh yeah, especially if I'm gonna get caught in all this honey. I should have erected some wooden platforms. Actually, you know what I'll do? Let's put down a little dirt floor right over there. And let's buff, just for safety. I've got more life now. And so I ought to be okay. But it would be really embarrassing to die to Queen Bee. Sorry, Queen Bee. Not to talk down at you. And, okay, my regen is about to run out, and so we will dive down into the honey here for just a moment. I let some water in here, which turns the honey into honey blocks, which are very sticky. And so if you walk across the honey blocks, like, it takes like 10 seconds to get out of them. It's kind of like cobwebs in Minecraft or something. Or I guess cobwebs in this game, come to think of it. And so there's some honey blocks in the bottom left of this area over there, which are a little bit of a hazard. But I think I'm going to be okay. Alright, I do need to take another quick dip in the honey. There we go. Okay. Increase my life regen once again. But Queen Bee is conveniently hovering somewhere that's easily within range of the fiery greatsword. And so we will tank some damage in order to attack! Alright, I think this battle is not going to be a problem, especially now that I'm up to 280 max life. Oh, and there's another life crystal right over there. Okay, let's not forget that that is there. just to the right of the beehive that we are currently in. Oh, did I even consume the life crystals? I did not. Alright, now I have 340 life. That's even better for a boss battle. There we go. Terrific. Queen Bee has gone down once again. My inventory is not full, so I believe I did pick up all the drops. And, just as I just said, let's go dig through some of the hive over here in order to get to the other life crystal. That is right here. Very nice. And just like that, we're up to 360 max life, and we got the bee gun, which shoot bees that will chase your enemy. Honestly, not all that great of a weapon, although occasionally bees are useful against some bosses. But we won't worry about that right now. In any case, this has been somewhat profitable in terms of the jungle. However, I still didn't find the main thing that I'm here... Well, I don't know. There's a lot of main things that I'm here for. I think the main thing that I'm here for, though, is the Anklet of the Wind. So I'm going to continue to look around. Now, this is really interesting. There's some chlorophyte here, even though I'm not in hard mode yet. I wonder if that's just an accident by the map maker? Not really sure, but that's interesting. It does mean that possibly there could be places where my path is kind of blocked. Ooh, this is a chest statue. That'll spawn mimics in hard mode. That would be useful to have. Let's see. I've got multiple jungle roses, and it's just a vanity item, so I don't need that. My inventory is starting to get pretty full, but I thought that that was very notable, that we have some chlorophyte pre-hard mode in this map. I'm going to continue to look around and try to use the piggy bank, but my piggy bank is just about full at this point as well, so we may have to go home to offload some inventory, and I may come away without my Anklet of the Wind, but I do think I have enough materials to at least construct the Ivy Whip. Well, the good news is I found enough life crystals to bring me up to 400 life. That's maximum life pre-hard mode, so that is pretty cool. The bad news is my inventory is now pretty much completely full. Piggy bank is full, so we're gonna have to go home. Even though we haven't found the Anklet of the Wind, or really any of the underground rooms where you find such loot in the jungle. But we'll be coming back here again in the future, I'm sure. For now, let's go zing! And I'm gonna manage some inventory and see just what we've got that we can craft. Well, I'm still managing inventory, and a goblin army is approaching from the east. Wouldn't you know it? Alright, I'm pretty sure I have enough inventory that I might be able to craft the Ivy Whip. Yes. 12 spores and 3 vines. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And put away the emerald hook. But it looks like I'm gonna have to deal with some goblins. You guys have seen this before. The goblins are really no match for me at this point. And so, hey Edmund, I would not mind selling you 999 ropes. Since I don't think I'm gonna need them. And I can also sell you a cloud in the bottle because at this point I've got multiple of those and an extra magic mirror. Great! Let's put some gold away and fight some goblins.